Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Right. Shiva and Chandrababu, like you joined newly, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So did you completed all the tasks?
Sir, I just watching the
Some amount
videos.
of complete.
Okay, that's fine. Try to complete it by today, max to
Oh,
max. Okay.
okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So take your time, but please understand the things and then try to remember all those tags and attribute names. Okay, and then its use cases also.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Okay, sir.
That's very important. So today I will start with CSS initially, and then you can start designing your college web pages also, and then we can update the CSS property by daily basis. So what are the things I'm explaining? So you can use that CSS property wherever it is required to add it in your college web pages. Clear for
Okay,
everyone?
sir.
I'm telling, right? So few people are already knowing something about CSS and all other things, so they are doing page design. So don't worry about them. So you do yourself. Okay. So if you know the things, you can do. If you don't know the things, go step by step. Clear? So don't bother about like he is doing, she is doing like that. Fine. So right. So today let me start with the CSS part. Right. So what is CSS?
CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, used
Yes.
to describe the look and formatting of a document. Like it describes how the HTML elements are to be displayed on screen. Media.
Okay. So you gave me an theoretical explanation. That's fine. Right. So CSS it stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So that means like the styles are available in our CSS programming. The styles are available in our CSS programming. So styles means like major things: size, space, color, background. These things are the major things, right? Size, space, color, and then background. So these things are the major stylings, right? So we know how the look will be, how the look will be changed using some change other properties. How can we make new pattern of the design component with other properties? So everything we are going to learn it, right? So in this case, initially why I am asking you to design college web page with HTML content in the sense, right? So you can able to understand how the content is going to modify it with the real time component using the CSS properties as well as JavaScript properties, right? So that's why initial itself just add the content using HTML alone in your college web pages. For example, like header is there in the sense like home, about us, about courses, placements, like that headers are there in the sense. So header will be in the single line in your college web page, real time college web page, that will be in single line. But if you use the HTML things, if you use the HTML things means it will come line by line. That means one by one it will come. So we need to align it in single line. So that we are going to do with the CSS property or bootstrap things. So don't worry about the thing. We are going to learn it. We are going to apply the same thing in our designed pages. So just add the content using the HTML tags and the attributes, and then we can structure the content and we can styling the content using the CSS as well as bootstrap components. Clear? So this is what we are going to do, right? Fine. So let me start with the CSS thing. Like CSS is having some three different ways to write the properties in our web page. So anyone know what are the ways? What are the ways to write CSS property in our web page? This is clear, right, to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anyone know what are the ways to write CSS properties in our HTML web page?
We can include that in style tag.
Okay, so let me explain. So we are having the specific case called three different ways. Okay, you can see the screen, right? That is like simply types of CSS, or three ways you can take any specific case, right? We are having inline CSS, internal CSS, and then external CSS, right? So inline in the sense we can able to write the CSS property for individual tag or element, individual tag or element using the style attribute, using the style attribute. We know attribute we will use within the tag only. Am I right? Where we will use attributes? Where we will use attributes?
Tags.
Within the tags, right? So if I want to make any styling for individual, guys, is my voice clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I got Teams call, so that's why. Fine. Let me share my screen. Right, so we can see we are having this specific thing called inline CSS, which is going to write within the tag element, within the tag using the attribute called style attribute. Okay, the syntax for this inline CSS is like style attribute name equal to value will be your property name. So property in the sense like it can be color, background, font
Sir,
size, and spacing and
sir,
everything.
sir,
Tell me,
sir, letters are not clearly visible, sir. Please change the background.
those are not clearly visible. This is an editor.
Yes, sir. Types of classes in this types of CSS in place of
For everyone, it's visible,
both.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, it's
Chandra
visible.
Baba, if you have any issue, you can just rejoin.
No, sir. In page also there will be only background will be white pages, sir. Use in black.
Don't tell me to use any background for my explanation. Okay. If you have an issue in your eye content, just I will share this content to your group. You can visualize it in your system if it's possible. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay, sir.
this is my system. I can't change anything because this is like company lab. I can't change anything immediately.
Okay, sir.
Clear?
Okay,
Just
sir.
if you want, I will share this content. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Content wise, I will share it. Don't worry, and then you can watch it.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Yeah. Right. So inline CSS means we can able to use it in the within the tag using style attribute. Right. So let me create an inline CSS simply for this specific thing called head1 h1 tag. Right. Using the attribute called style. Okay. So here we can make the properties in the sense like color, background, font size, padding, margin, everything. There are a lot of properties are available. And then value means value for that property. For example, color means the color name or color code, anything we can take. And then font size means the value, font size value, and then width, height. So width means with pixel values, height means pixel values. So you can take any values for the specific property. Okay. If I want to add multiple properties for single element, then I can separate those properties using semicolon. I can separate those properties using semicolon. That I can do easily. Okay. So let me have some property called color red. Okay. And then background color. This property name background color yellow. Okay. So simply I have added two different properties. One is color and then background color. So by semicolon separator. By semicolon separator. Okay. So we can see in our web page automatically we got the proper things. Yes, right? Color also my text color. Color means like text color, content color, right? And then background means your background for the specific content which is occupying the web page. Clear?
Yes, sir.
This is simply inline CSS. Okay. Coming to internal CSS. So I already explained one thing about an HTML tag. So where we will write the internal CSS?
In the
HTML
style
tag I
tag,
already
sir, included in style tag in the header section, head section.
inside the head section we will be having the one tag called style tag. So using that tag only we'll be writing our internal CSS, right? So we already did for table, I hope. So I will explain the syntax for this
Yes.
internal CSS. The syntax will be tag element or selectors. Okay, so tag element in the sense directly by your tag name. You can see in this specific table example, I have given directly table tag, th tag, and table data tag, table heading tag as well as table data tag. So for this tags directly I have written the properties. For this tags directly I have written the properties, right? So likewise, there are one more option also we are having. It's like called selectors. Okay, so we are having two different selectors. We are having two different selectors. One is simply class selector, another one is ID selector. That means these two things are attributes. These two things are attributes where we can use it in our tags. We can use it in our tags. Okay. So then what are the difference between this class and ID attribute? That means inside class we can have multiple classes. Inside class we can have multiple classes. For example, sample any class name you can define, any class name that as per your requirement, as per your wish, you can define that. Okay, so I just define sample and then space one more class name, space one more class name. So I can take multiple class name for single class attribute. I can assign multiple class values for single class attribute. Okay, but for ID I can able to make only one ID that will be unique. Can able to make only one ID that will be unique, right? So what are the use of this class and ID attribute? Any idea? Any idea? Tell me, guys, any idea what is the use of this? Just tell me yes or no so that I can explain.
No, sir. No, sir.
No. Fine, right? So what we are going to do in the sense, using this class name or ID name, we can able to add CSS property or JavaScript property for this specific element, for the specific content. Okay, we can have same class for multiple content where we need to apply the same properties. We can have same class. For example, for this head 2 also I need to apply black color background. This head 3 also I need to apply black color background. In the sense, I can have this sample class. Single class means single class is enough. Two classes we can take for different properties, right? So if I have sample class here also in the sense, using this class I can able to add the property of background color black, so that it will apply to this h2 tag as well, h3 tag as well. Clear? It will apply to h2 tag as well, h3 tag as well. Okay, so like that, using id, same I can add some CSS property, and then I can do some JavaScript functionalities, right? Or else if I want to perform any other component based activities, okay, to calling one component from another component, one component to other page, okay, then I can use this id also. This id because this is unique one. Okay, I want to connect specific component with one more component. In the sense, I can use unique value id value, and then I can connect with that. Okay, now I'm going to use this class to write internal CSS property, because this is one selectors. This syntax also we can use. We can write directly by tag element or using the selectors, and then within these set brackets, that means curly braces, within the set brackets, normal syntax. For writing multiple properties, we need separated it with semicolon, how we have did here. Okay, so now just doing specific thing like dot, how I can represent the class name. In the sense, dot followed by class name, dot followed by class name. So using this syntax only, you need to represent the class name. Understood? Understood,
Sir.
everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Okay, just adding background color brown, just adding background color brown. So where this class is present now, where this class is present now, where the class is present now, for two different contents, so both contents will be replaced with the background called brown. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Everyone understood, like Chandra Babu, Shiva, and then other newly joined persons, understood or not?
Sir, I'm trying to understand everything, sir, because I not listen previous classes, no, sir.
Previous classes is not fine. It's like that is HTML thing. You don't need to understand that thing also. But this one, it's a new. Today only I'm starting.
Okay, sir.
This is like a styling property where we are going to styling our content.
Okay, sir.
You understood, right? So this content we added using HTML. That like simple heading tags, right? So I'm going to styling this heading tags using the CSS properties.
Yes,
That's what.
okay, sir.
So we are having three ways to write CSS property. For example, inline, internal, and external. So using these three ways, I'm just explaining today. Simple syntaxes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What about Chandrababu?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you have recordings. I'm recording the sessions. You can download it and then you can watch it anytime. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
please download it, otherwise it will disappear in 30 days. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
download it. You can watch it anytime, wherever you have doubt. So I won't take 1 hour, 2 hour sessions, because it will confuse you totally. I will take maximum 30 to 40 minutes only. Okay, so don't worry, please watch it and please work out according to that.
Okay, sir.
Right? Daily basis, you need to work out all the previous thing also, including all the previous things, not only today's things.
Sure, sir.
Previously, if I have taken 10 classes also, that 10 class things also, you need to include some of the combinations for today's task, like that you need to do.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's why I asked you to design the college web pages, because that is a basic website where we are having all type of content, all type of structure format, and then all the stylings also we are having in that college website pages, right? So that's what I asked you to design that immediately,
Okay, sir.
right? So understood everyone till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I am defining one more class. Okay, class and ID name can be same. That's not an issue because our representation will be different. Okay, I have written one more class name. For this class, I'm adding some text color. For this class, I'm adding some text color like color. As of now, I'm just explaining the basic properties like color, background color. So after completing these things, we are having some lot of properties in CSS. So I will explain all the things one by one. Don't worry. So you can see only for that example class, my text color change into white. Yes, right.
Yes, sir.
Likewise, okay. Likewise, how I can use ID. Okay, you can use class and ID in same element. That's not an issue. For ID, I want to write JavaScript property. You can write. For class, I will write CSS property. Then you can write. To differentiate two things, you can use class and ID in same element. That's not an issue. Okay, both attribute you can use, and then ID will be only one ID. There will be no multiple IDs, but classes will be multiple classes you can write with space separator. With space separator, right? So now for the ID. Okay, so ID how you will represent in the sense using hash symbol, using hash symbol followed by your ID name, hash symbol followed by your ID name, and then syntax will be same syntax. Okay, syntax will be same syntax. What I am doing, just I am making the font size property. Okay, just making with some value called 40 pixel. Pixel in the sense like in our image we are having a pixel size, right? Width of height of the image like pixels we are having, right? Same pixel value. So 40 pixel you can able to take this 40 pixel in the sense like according to that it will increase or decrease. You can see it is decreased with 40 pixel size for this specific h2 tag. Okay, now this h2 tag is having the properties of sample class, example class, and then id of properties of id sample. Three properties with three different two class names and one id name. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So this is how you can able to use selectors, class and id selectors for your property encoding. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now coming to the third way. Third way is your external CSS. Third way is your external CSS. External CSS in the sense where we are going to have the separate CSS file. So within that, we'll be writing the properties, whatever the properties required for our styling. We'll be writing those properties, and then we will link that CSS file in our HTML web page. We will link that CSS file in our HTML web page. So using which tag we will link? We already know that
Link tag.
link tag. So it's there here itself. Okay, just given the simple example like this. So using link tag, I'll be linking that external CSS file. Okay. So I'm just copying this link tag and then I'm pasting here. Link tag is having two different usages, to link external CSS files and as well as to link icons. I already mentioned. Do you remember? The icons we will link in our bootstrap, so don't worry. So here coming to this syntax, link tag, the type. So type in the sense one attribute like it is representing that this file is text file or CSS file. This file is text file or CSS file. Why this type is important in this link tag means we'll be use link tag for icons also. We'll be using link tag for icons also. Then in this case, the specific CSS type is very important. We need to mention here. Then only you can able to fetch it properly, right? And then coming to this relation attribute. Coming to this relation attribute REL. So it is relating to style sheet. The specific file is relating to style sheet. So that's what it's mentioned here. Relation attribute. Clear? And then finally hyperlink reference attribute. We already used it. Where we used this hyperlink reference?
Where we included links, sir.
What are
Some
the tag name?
link of some website.
Links and images also used.
Images I used source. I have not used
Yeah, sorry.
hyperlink reference.
Sorry, links we used to.
When we click
Anchor
on
tags.
that one, that will anchor tag.
tags. I already mentioned. Please remember the tag name and then attribute. Okay. So hyperlink reference mostly used in 95% anchor tags, only 5% to link external CSS files. Clear? So I will create one CSS file within the same folder with a name called sample.css. So what you need to give in the sense, you need to give the exact path of the file. Okay. Now my file is present inside the same folder where my HTML file is there. So I have given directly the file name. Okay. But if your file is in different location, okay, then you need to give the exact path of the file. Clear? Like your image, how you have did for image insertion, same thing, only the attribute is different. Clear?
Sir.
Okay, so now I'm going to copy this. I'm not going to delete this internal CSS. I'm just copied this and then I kept it here also, and then I'm just changing the colors. For example, here I will change to blue, and then text color will be pink. Okay, then font size I just change it to 100 pixel. Okay, so now tell me, I have the properties for the same class here also and then internal CSS also. So which one will come? Which one it will take? Internal or external?
I think the external files.
Which property it will take? That's my question. Internal property or external property? Both are same class but different properties. Same class ID but different properties. I have written two different properties for same class and IDs. Which property it will take? Internal CSS or external CSS? Okay, so I'm just refreshing the page. Any changes? Any changes?
Yes.
No. That means which property it is taking?
Internal.
Internal properties.
Internal, right? So
Yes.
compared to external, internal is having high priority. Compared to external, internal is having high priority. Okay. So compared to internal and external, inline is having high priority. Okay. Compared to internal and external, inline is having high priority. That means first priority will be inline, second priority will be internal, final priority will be your external. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Understood, right?
Yes, sir.
But I want to make external as a first priority. I want to make external as a first priority or internal as a first priority. In the sense, what I can do, I can mention one simple parameter called important. After the value, exclamation mark followed by important. Okay, if I mention the important, wherever if I am mentioning the important thing, then that is a first priority. that property only will be your first priority. Clear? So I am just referencing, you can say the values are changed, properties are changed. Yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Clear everyone? So if you want to make internal or external as a high priority, first priority, then use important for all the properties. For all the properties. If it is requires. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Any doubt? These three ways.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so I thought I clearly explained these three ways, right? So please implement these three ways to add some color, font size, and background color for your college web pages wherever it is required. Okay, separately you can practice in some sample HTML file. You can practice this three ways, and then while applying to your college web pages, you need to have the properties wherever it is required. Okay, so wherever you want to add the color, add that place only. Don't add it in all place. Wherever you want to add background, add in that place only. Okay, and then one more thing, your college web page HTML file name should be your page name. For example, home.html, about us.html, placement.html. Like that, you need to have the file names. Clear? And then keep it in one separate folder by your college name, including your name. Your name underscore college name folder. Okay, that will be your folder name. Okay, and within that, keep the files in your page name itself. For example, home.html, about us.html, placement.html, our courses.html. Like that, please have it. Okay. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So design the content only as of now. If you know the colors and CSS property, you can do add that it. If you don't know the things means, you can modify whenever you're learning daily basis. Okay. So daily basis, you're going to
Yes.
modify the already added content pages only using the CSS property. You're not going to design new pages. So maximum pages you can design now itself, like 6 to 10 pages you can complete with HTML content, and then you can modify that 6 to 10 pages by adding CSS properties and bootstrap things. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Fine. So I clearly explained. If you have any doubt, please ping me, and then please work on the pages, design pages. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Fine. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.